Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another infrequent upload. I feel like somebody else uses that line, so I should probably hope I don't get a copyright claim on that. But we are currently, as you can tell, hiking into a wilderness area. Got my backpacking gear, my trekking poles, and we are heading up into the Indian Peak wilderness area. This is one of my favorite areas, not just in the entire state, but probably in the entire country. And I'm very excited to get up to this one lake that I've been wanting to get to for a couple years now. Oh, I have some doggy friends catching up. There's some hikers behind me, also backpacking up to this lake. So, yeah, I apologize for having such long delays between my videos now. I kind of feel like that's just gonna become the norm. I can't help it, I just have so many things going on nowadays. But yeah, just trekking along here, and I'm trying really hard to enjoy the hike. It's beautiful weather, it's not too hot. I'm probably up above 10,000 feet, so that helps for not having to deal with heat. So, probably got another, I'm not sure, 4 miles, 3-4 miles to go. So, it's gonna be a while getting up to this lake, but really looking forward to it. Like I said, this is an area I've been wanting to come to for a few years now, but it's also a really popular area, so getting a permit to come up here can be quite tricky. All right, so we've gotten up to the lake. This is actually a different lake than what my permit says, but this is the lake I wanted to come up to. And we've made camp, and I'm just making some food. The noise you're hearing is my my hot water pot. It's boiling. Actually, it's pretty much ready here. So hang on a second. Give the metal handles just a second to cool off. These things are hot. But yeah, so we've set up camp. I found a spot, nice and isolated. There is a group of hikers, backpackers, just about, I don't know, 50 yards, probably less than that. I can't measure distance to save my life. But there's a group of backpackers at another spot just across the way there. Working on making dinner, trying something new. This is not my usual fare. It's the Alpine Young Forever mac and cheese. I've heard good reviews. Jesus, I've heard good reviews about this, so we'll see. Oop. It's all right, the lid was closed. We will see. Sorry for the lack of video getting up to the spot. This trail kicked my everything. It kicked my everything. I was so tired. I was actually feeling kind of nauseous just from the physical effort to get up here. I was definitely I definitely didn't drink enough water before hitting the trail, and I didn't drink enough water while hiking, which is not a good thing because I'm pretty sure I'm up at like 10,000 feet of elevation plus. So gotta stay hydrated. So I've been chugging water the last few hours. So try and make up some of those lost electrolytes. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see it if I angle down a bit, but that's the mountain that I have come to photograph. It's called Lone Eagle Peak. Been meaning to get out here for a couple of years, but with permits and everything of that nature, it's just made it more difficult. You have to have a permit to camp out here, and this is literally the most popular spot in the Indian Peak Wilderness. Permits go like candy at a candy store, something like that. So I spent some time scouting. I've been walking around the lake a little bit, and I didn't video any of that because I was just like, I just didn't want to. I'm being lazy. Give me a break. I'm exhausted. But I found a composition. It's actually down over there in the kind of muddy area which, yay, mosquitoes. Ugh. So I'm just waiting until sunset. I will go down there, set up, hopefully get a good shot. I'm pretty happy. Oops, sorry, I was tilting up right there. I'm pretty happy with the composition overall. I'm just hoping the clouds cooperate. It's been, actually, we're looking like we might get lucky, although I don't want to jinx myself. I probably just jinxed myself. There have been thunderstorms every day, every afternoon for the last week. That's the reality of summer in Colorado. So fingers crossed that I can get a shot, and then tomorrow morning I'm just gonna get up and repeat the same shot. Sunrise is, I think, around 5:30. So luckily I can stay in bed until 5. I don't have to get up, and I can go down. I'm just gonna shoot the same scene again, and hopefully get 2 variations of the same shot. Hopefully they'll both be good, and then pack up and head home. All right, well, I went back to my tent for a little while, got a little extra rest, and now I've come out to try and see if I can get a photo of this awesome looking peak right here. And story of my life. The clouds just never behave. Earlier in the day, it was actually looking like it might cooperate. We had a lot of cumulus clouds building in. I was kind of hoping they might stick around. We do have some high cloud sort of building in, but it's not a lot. So we will see how this goes. I'm going to be shooting this for a little while. We're about 30 minutes from sunset, but I wanted to come out here because I wanted to just shoot this as the sun is setting. And right now, what I've got is the last of the light just kind of hitting the top of the peak up there, as well as some of this surrounding peaks. And I'm looking up there and I'm almost wondering if there's a dude on one. No, it's rock. I was talking to a guy who was out here with his dog, and he was talking about how he's gonna go scramble up this mountain tomorrow, which would be cool. Yeah, so actually I got into a good conversation with him about the reason I actually wanted to shoot here and not at the other lake, which is called, ironically, Crater Lake. That's ironic for me because I'm from Oregon, but I'm down here at what's called Mirror Lake. And the reason I want to come down here is because the other lake, even though it's bigger, it's closer to the mountain, and it makes it harder, I feel, to visualize the entire scope of this. Whereas this one, I've got some separation, I can show scale, and it's working out better for this shot. So I've already taken a few test shots here, just trying to kind of dial in the image. I was going to go originally for a vertical composition, and that's what I've shot here, so I have it in the bag. That being said, I'm not unhappy. I had a horizontal composition earlier, and actually I kind of like that. I kind of felt like that actually looked better, and I got lucky. You won't be able to see it on the Osmo here, but the moon is out, and so I was able to get that in the horizontal composition. So I think I'll just flip a coin and see which one I like better. If these clouds dissipate, which I'm got a suspicion that they might, but also, and I'll see, you can't make it out on the you're not gonna be able to make it out on the Osmo here, and also I'm on a wide angle lens, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to show it. But for scale reference, I've actually got the other backpacking troop that's over at the other campsite there. They've got their hammocks hanging up, and there's a tent, so that's gonna actually add some, I don't usually go for this, but that's gonna add some nice context to this image, I feel like. So not unhappy about that. So yeah, the light is starting to fade here, and I'm hoping I can stay awake for the next 30 minutes because I'm starting to fade here. Oh, I almost fell asleep in the tent while I was just resting. Sometimes the scene, the light, and the composition all come together to make an unforgettable image. This is the very first image I took of this view of Lone Eagle Peak that evening, and although I tried varying up my composition afterwards, this one just stuck out as the best of the bunch. Even though I didn't get the light I was hoping for, this image is still going in my portfolio because every time I look at it, I still get excited about what it was like to shoot this photo that evening.
also shot this vertical frame to get a different angle on the scene. And while it does simplify the image and put more emphasis on the mountain and the reflection, I do feel that some of the wow factor is lost without that wider scene.
Alright, well, I am holed up in my tent. I've escaped the bugs, mostly. A few got in, but they're not really bothering me. They're trying to get out. So I'm looking out towards the north-ish, and there's clouds out there and they're getting color, and I'm so annoyed. Happens to me all the time. But you know what? That's okay. I'm up here at a cool location, and get up tomorrow. Good news. I don't think I really need to get up until like, 5:30. No, sunrise is at 5:30. I don't need to get up till like 5 in order to get down there and get it. Hopefully there's no animals out there. I probably just jinxed myself, but that's how it goes. Fantastic weather. I mean, besides the fact that I didn't get any clouds for sunset, but like, we didn't get it stormed on at all. I probably just jinxed myself, but that's okay. I'll take what I can get. So I'm starting to ramble. I'm tired. I'm gonna crawl into my sleeping bag and I'm gonna go to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning to wrap up this video, and hopefully we'll get a good sunrise shot. All right, so I've decided to change my plan for this morning. I've packed up my tent, packed up my backpack, packed up my camera. I'm just not interested in reshooting the mountain because it will be the exact same conditions, and I'm not interested in replicating my shot if it's gonna look pretty much the same lighting wise. So I'm gonna hit the trail. I need to get back in Star Range because I'm sure everybody's probably worried that I'm dead. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the trail here. Overall, this trip hasn't been too bad. I am glad that I came up here, got a shot of this mountain. Like I said, I've been waiting a couple years to get an image of this particular location, so that's good. But yeah, I've got to hit the trail. I want to get going before it gets too warm. It's probably gonna be another 4-hour trek out of here. So, oh my god, the mozzies are everywhere. One of these days I'm gonna actually figure out how to wrap up a video cleanly, but I'm terrible at this. So yeah, all I'm gonna say is, guys, I hope I see you on the next one, and hopefully it won't be too long from now.